Hi, and welcome to this fourth in a series of tutorials introducing you to the basics of Google Drive. And in this video we're going to look at sharing, which is one of the most important aspects you need to understand about Google Drive. Basically, sharing means that you can send effectively any document that you create to somebody else, and you can determine what they can do with that document. You can set it so that they can just view it. You can set it so they can comment on it, and that's something which your teachers will do when they're marking your work. Or you can even allow them to edit your document. So that means you could share a document with somebody, with a friend, and you could both work at the same time on a piece of work. So let's just have a look and see how this might work. I've got some pieces of work here which you can see, and if I, for instance, wanted to do something with my report, I've just right clicked on my report, and you can see that the third option is share. And if I click the share box, this basically gives you the options. So first of all, it shows you the link to your document, which is at the top. So this, what you're actually sharing with people, is a link, because remember, your document is stored online, and at the moment it tells you that access is private, so only you can see this document, and it tells you who else owns it. Now if I want other people to be able to see that, what I need to do is to click change, and I've got some options there. You will have an additional option because you'll be signed in via your Fin & Park Google account, and that will allow you to share with people specifically within Fin & Park, but you can make it public so anyone can find it, share it with anyone who has a link can find it, or you can restrict it to specific people and they would need to sign in to their Google account. So let's say I wanted to do something with this presentation here with Google Drive intro, and I want to share that. What I would do is I would click change, and then I'm going to opt to share it with somebody with a link, so I need to make sure that person has my link. So I click that option there, and this is important as well. This determines the level of access they can have. So if I click on there, I can choose so that they can edit it, so they could potentially delete what I've written, or they can add to it. They can add comments, and that's how you need to have it set for your teachers, so that they can mark your work, and views, they can just look at it. So I would click it to comment and then save that. Now you can see that's now changed, but I would need to choose who I wanted to share that document with. So, and you do that by adding the Gmail account or the Gmail email address of the person you want to share it with. So if I want to share it with myself, just doing this for an example, put the email address in, and remember, if you are sharing with your teachers, it's a .co.uk email account for them. So add people, and then I can specify in there I want them to be able to comment, and then what it will do is it will notify them by email. You can choose to switch that off if you want, that you've shared the work. So that's now shared. Now what you can do that's even more powerful and even easier, now actually I've just had an email from my school account telling me that that document's been shared with me, so I could access it. But even more powerfully, you can share a folder. So the best way to work would be to actually share a folder with other people, and that means then any work in that folder is automatically shared. So if you've created a folder for your coursework and you share the folder with your teacher, you only need to do that once. As long as then you save all your work in that folder, it will automatically allow your teacher to see it. So what I would do, it works exactly the same way. If I want to share this with somebody else, I just right click, I go share, and then I would do, there's the email address for my document, and I'm going to share this with me as well. It's very important that you make sure that you change, that you're careful with this, okay, that you don't just set it to edit. You must make sure that if you only want them to be able to view, so I want people to be able to view this folder and share and save, and I've now added that person. See, that email account appears up there, and again that folder is now shared with me, and if I logged into my other email account, Google Drive account, I would be able to see that. Now that's the other thing, you can share with other people and other people can share documents with you. So earlier on I've had a document shared with me that I want to be able to put in my Google Drive, and you can see at the moment these are just documents I've created. But if I click shared with me, see there is a poster that I've sent myself earlier in the day, and I've shared it with this account. So if I want to move that into my Google Drive account, all I do is click add to my drive. Now if I go into Drive, there is my poster, okay, and I've been able to share it with myself. So sharing, extremely important. The first thing you will need to do when you've created your folder for if you're doing BTEC, is make sure you've shared that whole folder with your teacher so that they will be able to mark and check your work throughout the year. Remember to check whether you've set it to edit, view or comment when you're sharing, and make sure if you need to that you've notified people via email and you've typed in the correct email address. If you type in the wrong address, they won't be able to access what you've shared. So if you need to watch this video back again, I recommend that you do so, because once you've understood sharing, you'll be able to use Google Drive in an extremely powerful way.